What's up? Hey, Alec. Hey, Grim. What's going on? You're the red chat? You look orange to me. Actually, you're pretty much always orange. I wonder if it's preset in Streamlabs or something. Let's see. Timestamp, that's a good call. Now, Grim is green. Grim's green for me. Alright, let's see. Let's go tell Facebook. Come on. There we go. Facebook just creeping. Slow. Streaming until we lose power. Everybody's freaking out about it. OMG, what will we do? It's like we'll sit around in the dark. Well, I mean, it can play acoustic. The problem, of course, is that the whole interwebs won't work. I ate a very large piece of cake shortly before going on stream, and I have that kind of weird sort of euphoria that you get when you eat a piece of cake that is much too large. Where you feel like a little bit overstuffed, but sort of high on cake. Huh. Grim is purple in his own chat. That's crazy. What on earth is going on? Haven't eaten cake since... Oh, man. Oh, man. Just thinking about Brazilian bakery cake makes me want to explode. literally explode. Goodness. That stuff is dense. Dense, dense, dense. It's got to be the yucca flower. Look, I warned you guys. The first time I took any one of you to the Brazilian bakery, I warned you and said, so you're going to get a piece of cake, and they're going to go to the cake, and they're going to go like with a little thing, and they're going to go, eh? And you're going to go, oh, no, I want a bigger slice than that. And then they're going to go, eh? And you're going to go, yeah, I'm going to take that. Give me that right there. And then they're going to cut it out, and it's going to be like this big and weigh 3 pounds, and then you're going to die. And you are every single time, each one of you was like, nah, I'm fine, I'm good. I can pick my own cake slice size. I'm a grown man. I'm a 28-year-old man. I can eat a chicken sandwich if I want to. I can pick the slice of cake for myself. And I'm going to get a bigger slice of cake. Because I'm a big boy up at the Brazilian bakery. I need more cake than they're trying to give me here. It's a really pretty chord voicing. Bit of a stretch. See, we can get this delay acting almost like its own little reverb. Bring the repeats way up. Very splashy. Very kind of like bathroom reverb. Some of the drive down on the repeats. Hey, Priest, what's up? Oh, hey, Zampal, how are you? I was just discussing with the guys how I ate a large piece of cake and I feel like a little stoned on cake. Maybe Mick Gordon's the not the old Doom guy, the new Doom guy, right? Did he do the first one? Because all the first one was just like straight up ripping off like thrash metal and death metal bands. 2016. Well, Grim was wanting me to do some Doom anyway, so we can do some Doom themes tonight. Absolutely. I haven't played Eternal. Played a little bit of 2016. All right, let's get a little. Yeah, tonight, you know, we're doing horror games, horror animes, you know, anything appropriate for the week of Halloween. And I mean, technically the Doom games aren't Japanese, but whatever. Yeah, I mean, all the old ones are just like straight up rips. You can pretty much tell exactly which song they were copping for each one of them. Yeah, Witcher 3 has a great soundtrack. I don't have anybody here that can go, way, yeah, 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 though. Still have to play the Witcher 3 DLCs. You know, I got the base game when it came out and put a ton of time into it. You know, hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, and did pretty much everything that you could do. Got all the trophies and whatnot. And then they came out with the DLCs, and I'm like, well, I'll just wait a while because I've burned out on Witcher for a little bit. Let's give it some time, and I'll wait till they come out with like a a Game of the Year edition or something like that, where they just have it all bundled together, and I'll get it then. And so they finally did that, and I bought it. Maybe maybe 3 years ago now. Sometime like when they had a Black Friday sale. When they had a Black Friday sale on it, and so I went and popped it in, and all of a sudden I had to start completely from the beginning again because it was a whole new game. Apparently, like some stupid deal with the distributors, it had to have its own SKU, and so they couldn't integrate it with your old save. You had to start completely over, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. You know, with how much time and effort I put into that game, I'm not starting completely from scratch just to play the DLCs. Yeah, pretty much the same, Priest. I spent, you know, hours and hours and hours just trying to parkour my way up the mountains to get to the tops of the mountains, and then would fall through a hole in the textures and die. couldn't get into Witcher 3. See, I found it really immersive. I really enjoyed it much more than the previous two. I played a little bit of Witcher 1 and it was too janky really for me to get into. And then Witcher 2 was a big improvement, but still kind of had its problems. But Witcher 3, I think, solved pretty much all of those problems and had a great world. And a surprisingly good and kind of, it's odd to use the word realistic in the context of a game like that, but it's surprisingly realistic kind of character building. Like it actually would make you feel bad at times, which is pretty rare in video games. Never got into Mech Warrior much. Yeah, breaking games. When you think you're the first person to magically break a game, that's a great feeling. You have to do it. Any Battletoads? Excuse me. Do you have Battletoads? Yeah, I had Double Battletoads and Double Dragon on Sega Genesis. No, see, Grim, that's the fun. That's like the best thing, the best part of games like that. Because in The Witcher, like, you can kill the stupidly overpowered enemies. You just have to get good. You have to really, 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 really practice. And that's my favorite thing, is finding some place where I'm clearly not supposed to be and then spending, 2 hours trying to kill the absurdly over-leveled enemy there. That is like the greatest joy in gaming to me. Oh yeah, dude, I can't even. I pretty much wind up quitting every Fallout game that I play after a couple days because I realize that I'm completely overburdened. Because I have picked up every single object in every single part of every single section of the map that I explore, and I can't bring myself to putting any of them down, so I get mad and quit. Like, I think the only Fallout game I've ever finished was New Vegas. Yeah, Dark Souls original Dark Souls was a real joy because of that. There were so many ways you could build your character and so much goofy stuff you could do. So much crazy stuff you could do if you were willing to just sit down and figure it out and practice and work at it. Is that why I hoard guitars? No. Hoard guitars because I don't have a girlfriend to waste the money on. Which is a way too real answer. The big thing, though, is that I'm really good at finding guitars. I'm really good at finding good deals on stuff, and when you find a deal on something, you can't just leave it. You can't just pass up a great deal. Yeah, see, that's another fun thing about Dark Souls is you really have to understand how your attacks are going to work and how enemy attacks are going to work. You can't really spam, at least not unless you're a gold tracer noob. But you have to pretty carefully understand what's going on. Yeah, shut up, Alec. The Sith arc is one of the greatest in contemporary gaming history. Oh yeah, I've bought tons of guitars at auctions. My dad used to be an auctioneer in North Carolina, in fact. You know, so we always kind of have an eye out. I've bought quite a few. Well, the movement is heavily dependent on. I mean, it has its quirks, obviously, but almost every game does. The movie's heavily dependent on how you equip your character and how you want to play. Hey, Opuside, how are you? What's up? We're talking about video games. Not well, kind of angry. That's not good. Did you not get your internet thing sorted? Wasn't the internet guy supposed to come today? Well, that's good anyway. Wait, on purpose or accidentally chop the line? Ah, gosh. There's a vacuum down here. It's getting dusty. Do they give you any reason why your card's getting rejected? I'll go look. We're starting to see already starting to see the pre or early Black Friday deals popping up. So hopefully we'll be able to find something. We'll be able to snag something good soon. Ah, gosh, why is my nose itching so bad? Worse than normal. Do they sell internationally? That might be an issue. I don't know if they do or not. You'd think they would because they're pretty big, but... different knobs on this guitar, but the knobs have these little shallow depressions that they sit down in, and I don't think regular Strat type knobs would fit. I think they would hit the top if I put them on here. These dome knobs don't quite roll the way that I want. The knobs themselves, the actual knobs, I think like a speed knob, either a speed knob or a Strat knob would roll a little more smoothly at the particular position that the knob is located. You know, because I'm reaching now with my pinky to roll, and it's a little bit farther away than on like my other S. And so it doesn't roll quite as smoothly, and so something a little bit bigger, like a speed knob, I think would be easier to really work. Yeah, I mean these are probably Goto as well. The tuners are Goto. I think this bridge was made for them by Goto, but you know, I'm wanting to go for a totally different style of knob on it. All right, so we've had more than one request for Doom stuff. So what should we do for Doom? If we're gonna do a Doom tune, I have to change guitars. This guitar is probably not really the best match for Doom. Rip and tear. You are huge. You have huge guts. All right, let's see. Let's get YouTube pulled up. Oh dear. That's appropriately macabre, Paul, but maybe not necessarily a thing to be happy about. All right, let's see. YouTube. Yeah, I mean, I guess if it's fresh, it takes a while. It takes a while to get over it. Hey, Kaz, what's going on? How are you? Switch accounts. All right. Come on, YouTube. Please. Work, please. Please. There we go. All right, let's see. So we got Rip and Tear. Rip and Tear is from 2016. Boom, 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 boom. That's way down in B. That's at least like a 7-string. If it doesn't go any lower, we can probably tune something down anyway. Yeah, that is going lower though. Is this why, Alec, is that why you're joking about everything being on like a 10-string fan fret? Because that's going down to like a low G at least. Yeah, unfortunately, that's way too low to play on a six string in standard, or even a six string tuned down to B, and much slower than that with anything I have anyway. It'll just be rubber bands. Let's see. Grim said E1 M1, which is old school. Everything he did was on a 9. Yeah, it sounds like it. It's super, super, super low. Like the highest note in that whole first minute or whatever was the low, what would be the low B on a 7 string. All right, let's get something. Let's get something with a humbucker. All right, let's see. Any specific guitar requests? I don't have anything that'll pitch shift properly. You know, I have stuff that'll do like octave down and things, but won't really get that kind of sound and feel because there's always a tiny bit of latency. The most horror guitar. I don't know. I don't have anything like super, super, super pointy or crazy. The most uncomfortable guitar to play. All the most uncomfortable guitars would be guitars that that really wouldn't be appropriate at all for this kind of stuff. Hold on. Let me go get... I know what I'm going to get. Hopefully it's in tune. Just play. Oh, jeez. Just play this. The power of the monk. The power of the monkey. Are we going down that road? Are we going down that road? Just sit here and play, plug in, and play a guitar that's not strung at all. It would be spooky if we got some sound out of it, though. All right, hold on a second, though. Where are you? Ah, crap, it's way over there. What's in that case? I don't even know what's in there. I think it's in this case. The power of the monk. The monkey has followed. I'll take it. Yeah, boy. Alrighty. Wait, who monk? Wait, are you sure you're not actually the power of the bunny? Are you sure? Yeah, this has the EMG David Gilmour set. This is update our guitar command. This is a Mane Tau Gloss. Whoa, dang, Alec. Do we have a spammer? I didn't even get to see him. It's in drop D, dang it. See if we can get back up to standard. Yeah, one of those guys. Like, no, I don't. The intonation, the problem with this is that there's a little bit, the intonation is not quite right because this is not the original bridge. Some goober changed the original Goto bridge off of this and put some crappy bridge on it that won't intonate. So that's another thing I've been kind of keeping an eye out for, is a Goto G 1996T to replace it with. Of course it still works. I'm way too lazy to like remove a command. Way too lazy. All right, snug these up. This tool is useful, but it's kind of awkward to handle. Like the Allen wrench is just too long. It needs to be like an inch shorter. It'd be way easier to turn. Alright, should be good enough. Yeah, I'm already famous, totally. This has a couple interesting tone controls too. It has, I think, what is called the Strat Presence Control, the SPC, which scoops the mids and boosts the highs as we turn it up. So if we go like... And then it has the mid boost. We can kind of balance them in interesting ways. This, by the way, is the most balanced guitar I have ever owned. It's a little heavier than I would like, just in terms of pure weight, but it is so perfectly balanced. So perfectly balanced you don't even notice it. Like it's really amazing. This body shape is just like ideal. All right, so let's get a rock tone. It's actually not a super, super, super high gain. Not even that high gain. Yeah, I mean, I have an Instagram. I pretty much just post pictures of guitars on it once in a blue moon. It's not really a platform that I like a lot. I don't use it a whole lot. And Instagram guitarists kind of have their own thing. Like their own sort of vibe. Which I'm not so sure is my thing. Trying to get a DMCA, what, just for saying Instagram? Alright. We're gonna learn ABC. We're learning Grim requested the Doom theme, the original Doom theme, which is a total ripoff of Metallica. Da 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 da. Ba-da. That's a little bit too much treble, so let's dial our highs down a little. It's actually still too much gain. This is surprisingly low gain. I mean, I know it's pretty old, but Priest only listens to Polish and Icelandic death or black metal, so. Oh man. Yeah, just happy to have you stop by. Always happy to have you stop by and say what's up. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da. So, total ripoff of Metallica. Da-dum. All right, so then we got our little noodly harmony part. Oh yeah, your A string is. Did you change your strings yet? Oh Lord, metal nerds. No, I don't want picture-in-picture mode. What? All right, let's see if we can figure out that little tiny harmony doodle. Putting a lighter gauge on. I mean, that may or may not help, but just a different set of strings, and you know, I doubt it's the gauge specifically causing the problem unless you had a string that was too large for the saddle. Which, you know, I guess is possible. If you had a fairly chunky set on there, it could be buzzing in the saddle or kind of not quite seated in the saddle. So it sounds like we have a little harmonic minor thing. That super, super, super fast harmony phrase, when you slow it way down, it actually is like a coherent little phrase. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da da do da 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 do. Da 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 da. But at full speed, at full tempo, it's crazy fast. Man, they've put this freaking, I don't know if it's my browser that's done it or if it's YouTube that's done it, but they've put the the picture in picture option right behind the playback speed option. So when you go click the playback speed option, it just kicks the video out to picture in picture. It's hilariously fast. Oh, jeez. Like, you'd almost have to play it all on one string to be able to get it anywhere close to the tempo the little MIDI sequencer plays it at. It just moves it up to A. All right, so we have it. We start off in E. Then we move up to A. Well, so the MIDI sounds, I mean, the MIDI sound is basically just what they would call, you know, dist guitar, a distorted guitar patch. Are you talking about getting like the super super fast, you know, the little high part? Because you could do that with something that you could control playback speed with. So you could record the phrase at a more normal tempo and then play it back with a looper that you could speed it up with, or a sequencer that you could speed it up with. I mean, there are ways to do it, definitely. You know, but there are only a handful of people probably who could actually play those cleanly and consistently at those kinds of speeds. There was an Italian guitarist named Francisco Ferraro who played music that basically just sounded like video game music. It wasn't supposed to be. He just played it all so fast, and it was all just super sweepy stuff that it literally sounded like video game music, like these ridiculous sequences. But yeah, I mean, there are definitely ways to sort of fake it. I mean, if I had a doll, you could fake it pretty easily, but. Well, the big thing would be finding something that would digitize it. So using like say that DoD processor that we used one night when we were playing with pedals, that old DoD processor, and getting like a digital overdrive or distortion would probably get us a little bit closer. You know, because it has this kind of like dry and slightly unnatural or inorganic character to it. Oh yeah, well there you go. Yeah, if your nut slot, if it doesn't actually seat in your nut, you know, if it doesn't actually fit down into the slot, you can get all kinds of rattles and buzzes and stuff from that. The same thing down at the saddle end. There was a pedal called the Digitizer, that I think it was released under DOD or Digitech's name, one of them. They made a pedal called the Digitizer that was meant to make your guitar sound like it was being processed by the buffer in a digital rack unit. Most people hated it. Sure thing, dude. Always glad to have you. We'll be back Friday. Friday we'll be doing some kind of Halloween theme stream, of course, too. Obviously. I think we're due. Are we due for a free for all Friday? I can't remember what's up, but be pretty game for whatever, as long as it's Halloweeny. Sure thing, dude. It's actually probably faster than it. So it goes up to B, sounds like. Does basically the same thing. Nope, C sharp. Then down to B. Do-do-dum. Then down to B. Okay, so it comes up to C sharp, then down to B. It's basically just doing the same thing, like the exact same pattern for each chord that it changes to. So we have it over E. We have it for A. We have it for C sharp. Then down to B. Then back to E. Then it does E again. Then it starts throwing in these harmonies, and they're pretty random. Da-da-da. See if we can figure out the exact harmonies. Boom. So we start off with a minor third, then a major third, then we get something a little more sour. Da-da-dum. So what it sounds like we're getting is minor third, major third, minor third, which is kind of weird. Then major third, minor third, major third. So da 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 ba ba da ba da. Then minor third, major third, major third. Then it sounds like we're getting a tritone. Getting something really sour. Boom, 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 boom. Doesn't sound like the same high note though. Are we harmonizing a low minor third underneath it? Oh, 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 oh. So we could play a high tritone with a low minor third. That would give us a diminished chord. Pretty sour. Then we have our C sharp again. Then our B again. We can kind of fake the harmonies without using hybrid picking. Then milli 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 meep. Oh, so a hex pickup is used to control like actual MIDI-based synthesis engines, so things like the Roland synthesizers and whatnot. Basically turns your guitar into a MIDI controller, so we could dial in, if we had something that could dial in a patch that sounded like that, then we could control it on the guitar. Most of them are going to be too slow, though, to keep up with something that fast. You still have to have something sequenced to play it back that fast. So usually if you start trying to play super quickly with almost any MIDI device, you start getting too much desync, even with a hex pickup. And it starts dropping tracking. part, the rhythm part, is pretty easy though, because it's more or less just doing the same thing, the same sort of pattern for every single chord. And most of the original Doom tracks are kind of like that. They have, you know, their riff, one or two riffs that they've kind of, let's say, borrowed to work off of, and then you just kind of recycle them. Yeah, dude, I played a crap load of Doom and OG Doom, and then Doom 2, which was more or less just original Doom with more stuff. And I think Doom 2, the Doom 2 with like all of the available level packs at the time in like, you know, 2000 or something, was maybe the first video game I ever pirated. I think I downloaded it off Kazaa Lite. Yeah, dude, there's so much stuff. Even way back then, there was an enormous amount of stuff. You wouldn't pirate a car, would you? Puedes jugar a despacito. Huh? No, despacio. Does that mean can you play? Can you play it? Oh, probably. But was that a typo for Despacito? Or is that a different song? By Luis Fonsi. My stream get banned if I play this song? It's not a very spooky song, though. At least what little I've heard of it before. Kind of figured. Alright, let's see. So there's the official music video. Oh, Justin Bieber. 7 billion views. Oh Lord. I knew it was a pretty popular tune. I didn't realize it was 7 billion views popular. All right, let's get we need a clean sound for the beginning of this at least. Sounds like we're in B minor. So B minor sounds like a G, then probably a D, and then I would bet we're going to an A after that. Is this played on like a requinto or something? It's a little high. Has kind of an unusual timbre for guitar. Doo-doo. Let's get a little reverb. Wonder if it's actually, because it's super high, I wonder if it's capoed up. Like somewhere around here. Ba-da-da-da. Hey Zach, what's going on? Thanks for the follow, man. Yeah, just jamming along. It's actually just 4 chords. So I mean, as far as the chords go, it's not too hard. Got all these fun little kind of little improvisations you can do though. You know, basically just using like the minor scale. In this case, we're in the key of B minor, so if we're capoed up here, we'd be using the E minor scale. So, not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. Thanks for jumping in and dropping that request. Well, stick around if you know nothing about music. A lot of what my channel is about is kind of like teaching people the whatever we're playing as we go along. You know, if you have a guitar or anything like that, or if you're interested in music at all, we talk a lot about like the actual nuts and bolts, kind of like what's happening with a song as we listen to it and as we kind of figure it out. That's a lot of the fun, and you know, as you guys throw lots of different songs at me, songs that I haven't played before, or songs that I've never really heard before. Like I said, I've heard a little bit of that one, but not really something that I've listened to much. Because I'm too old. But a lot of fun to play. Got a fun little groove, fun little bouncy kind of feel to it. You know, we can play it down here in the lower register, but it doesn't have quite the same vibe. We can't get all those kind of little sparky little runs and stuff like that if we play it down there. Hold on a second. I'm going to raise my strap slightly. Get my guitar a little bit higher. Make it metal. Metal Despacito. Surely somebody's done that. Well, what kind of metal? That's the question. Let's turn a reverb off. We don't need reverb for that. Metal. That's useful. Make it doom metal. We could get ourselves some super shreddy lead tone. I don't know, they're starting to sound like Bad Religion because of that chord progression. They're starting to sound like a Bad Religion tune. If you play it with a little bit different feel, it starts to become pop punk. Like, there's a ton of things. That chord progression is so sort of straightforward. You could make it into a ton of different styles of music. Really, 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 really easily. Like, super straightforward. All right, let's see. What should we do next? Let's see. Grim had Devil May Cry. We just did Doom for Grim, though. Has anybody else got something before we do another one of his? Wait, where's the bar for this thing? Oh yeah, that's right. The bar on this doesn't even fit right. It's part of the reason why I suspected this wasn't the original bridge in the first place. The bar is like really janky, doesn't quite fit the socket properly. And so then I started looking more closely at it and took it apart and went, oh, this is not even the right bridge. Minimum Roxy, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for making a request. We'll be back. We'll be doing some kind of Halloween stream, like official Halloween stream on Friday. Probably just playing whatever. But feel free to stop back by and hang out. And thank you again for following. Well, nah. They're still here somewhere. Yes, let's listen to the Devil May Cry. Oh, I forgot to update the title. I always forget to update the title. Somebody remind me to update the title whenever we change songs. Sounds like it's in F. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate the compliment. So it sounds like the Devil May Cry is in F minor. Let's listen to the other one. What was the other one you had? Logo's Naki World. Do 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 do. Yeah, the guitar there is pretty much just playing chords. Hey, it's Keep Watch. What's up, Keep? How are you? That piano's just kind of doing most of the work. A little bit of fuzzed out guitar kind of in the background there. Yeah, that's definitely more of a bass-centric song. We might switch to bass, though, maybe. I don't know. Or maybe I don't know if we should save that for Friday. No, it doesn't sound familiar. It doesn't sound familiar to me. I don't think I've heard it before or seen whatever it's in. I'm doing all right, Keep. I'm kind of coming down from a cake high. Ate a big piece of chocolate cake right before the stream. Drank some milk. So, you know, you get that kind of, you just, you know, dose yourself up on carbs and fat and sugar feel. Starting to mellow out, starting to crash a little bit. Oh God, I'm coming down. Let's get on a room reverb, something a little more mild. But yeah, it sounds like the guitar is basically just doing that type of thing, just sort of outlining the chords. But the bass line sound really, really hype. All right, let's listen to more of that Devil May Cry then. Keep, you got any requests? You got any anime or any appropriately spooky anime or video game song requests for the evening? So let's get over. We'll need to be in our. Let's get on our lead channel for this. Dial in. The Helsing, yeah, I never saw the Helsing anime. Dun, dun, dun. All right, so we're in F sharp. We're starting off, or not F sharp, F minor. All right, let's try to get a little smoother tone. All right, let's see. What string do we want to be on? Probably want to be up here, somewhere around this position. The F natural minor scale. It sounds like we're going to move up. We're going to go... Oh, wait. Yeah, we need to update our title. Need to update the title. Ow. Okay. So in this case, I'm going to start on the 12th fret on the G string, and I'm going to bend it up a half step. Then I'm going to come down back to that 12. And we get this sort of ba-bow. And then down to 10. Yeah, I'm going to send you one. I'm going to send you a picture of the Parker body, because I want one of the emotes to be just like the Parker body by itself, just facing it, because that's pretty distinctive, I think. And because it's kind of, bright sparkly blue, it should pop pretty well. Beyond that, I haven't really decided, because we actually have 3 slots. 3 slots total on top of the 2 we already have that we've got to figure out. So Grim had one that he made a little mock-up of doing like a supposed to be the sound of doing a bar dive, like a wow 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 kind of sound with a picture of a trim bar in the middle. But I'm worried. My worry with that is it's going to be too small. It'll be too tiny to read. But, we might be able to like fiddle with the fonts and stuff though. But like I really don't know what to do for the last 2. I don't know if we should do other guitars or if we should do assorted things. I mean, obviously we can change it up as time goes on. There's also the higher tier sub emotes, but we don't have any higher tier subs, so it'd be kind of pointless. About this yeah, see, I can't read that at all, but I'm also pretty much blind. Dun. So then it sounds like we jump up a 5th. So it sounds like we move it up to C minor. So well, look at the Discord. He posted posted his mock-up in the Discord in the general section. Should just be a few posts up from the bottom. Yeah, that looks like an edge bar. Have to put you need to get the two little whatchamacallits on it. The two little like nylon washers on there. Which an edge bar would probably be more appropriate given how much we use Ibanez stuff on this channel. So we can play this kind of entirely in this one little box here. 12, 11, 10, 12, or 13, 12, 10, 12, 13, 12, 10, 13, 12, 10, 12. Then 13 on the B string. Then we're going 13, then 10 on the E, 12 or 11 on the E. And then we get a string section. Boom. All right, let's see if we can hear the part underneath there. There's like a little rhythm guitar kind of underneath this section. That's interesting. A little shift to Phrygian dominant. I can't hear the actual notes that it's playing. I can hear like the harmony, but the actual notes are kind of buried up underneath there. Let's see. Let's see if there's like a guitar only version. So if we can get some of the other instruments out of the way, it'll be a lot easier to hear what's going on. There's a 30-minute version. Nah, just a bunch of guitar covers, looks like. So the question is then, is whoa whoa the right onomatopoeia for the sound of a bar dive? Is it whoa whoa? Is it wow wow? Is it wow wow? Is it meow? Wow wow wow. Wow 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 wee. Oh Lord. Should do it. Make sure we do it in papyrus font too. Very nice. Oh, and I was going wow 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 wow. When that talking about that one song going wow 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 wow. Oh dear. I didn't go wah wah, but I didn't go wah wah wah, but wow wow wow. Hold on, hold on. Let's pull up the VOD. See if we can figure out. See if we can figure out if I went wah wah wah, but or wow wow wow. Let's see. Oh wait, will it not let me? Nah, it won't let me look at the VODs while I'm streaming. What if I go to the dashboard? Highlight, download, export, watch. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, let's see. Which song was that in the Blue Oyster Cult song? All right, so that should be pretty close to the beginning, like first, because I think that was the first song we did. No, we go a little farther back than that. That's like close to the end of the song. Wah 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 wah. Wah 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 wah. Is that it? Wah 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 wah. Wah 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 wah. Wah wah wah. How would you spell that? Wah 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 wah. Things to consider. What's the onomatopoetic spelling of wah 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 wah? Because, like, it's a little deeper. It's a little deeper. It's got a little more wah wah in it. But it, like, if you just did WU, like WU or something like that, that would make you think woo 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 woo, probably. Maybe like WUH or something. Because it'd be like bruh, but wah. Wah 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 wah. The things we spend our time discussing. All right. Wow, 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 wow. Bruh. There's like, well, so there's like this kind of intangible phonetic sound in there. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. You know, it's got like this little bit of bend in it. What would that even sound like with the hold on, let's go to Wikipedia and look up some friggin' letters and diacritics. This would depend slightly on which language you're using it in. let's see. Acute accents. No, those are Latin accents. So we need diaresis. We need a diaresis over an O. The non-closed front rounded vowels of or eh. So I mean that'd make it more like where. You done it. You done gone and done it. All right. The boy done gone and summoned an ancient meme, which means I gotta dig out this here old hard drive and hook it all up. Let's see. Also, he can summon a meme he's never seen before and probably won't think is funny, but it'll be worth it. All right, so here's the old hard drive tucked away in this case. Is it plugged up? It is not plugged up. All right, give me just a second to plug it up. The old hard drive. It is total cable chaos back here behind my desk. Good God. Good God. All right, let's see. And where is... That's interesting. If I touch the metal case that this hard drive is in, we get an increased ground hum through the amplifier. All right, got it plugged in. Sounds like it's spinning up. All right, so I'm going to... We are live. Going to go digging through here, see if I can find an interesting one. So last time somebody used this one. We did fugfuds, or as some people call it, figus fidus. But those people are lame. Let's see, local disk. Listen to that thrashing. Delicious. Oh man, this thing is spitting all over the place. Please don't die. I got way too much stuff on this old hard drive to lose it now. Alright, let's see. Let's go all the way back to the oldest folder that I've got. And then sort by Date. See what this one is. Whew, man. It's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing the stuff that we thought was funny in 2004. Still is funny if you know what was funny about it, but it's also amazing how long a few of these have lasted. Wow. There's a couple in here that you actually still see. What's this one? Oh my God, it's so slow. Nah, that one's mediocre. Do better. We can do better. I'm searching. I'm trying to decide. I'm in the folder. Trying to decide which one to go with. Let me look at this one. That's terrible. Absolutely terrible. 8,000 demotivational posters. Man, that used to be the thing. I don't think anybody does those anymore except for boomers that don't know how they work. That's a good one. Might do that one. Might do that one. Hmm. 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 Okay, so I gotta create. I have to create a source here in Streamlabs. So that's the old one. It's still got FigFitteds in it. So let's go find. All right. Let's go find the folder that we were in. Let's go with the biting pair of Salamanca. All right. See, is it loaded? Is it loaded? Okay, I think it's loaded. And then unhide it. Bam. There you go. In 2004, 2005, man, this was the weirdest picture on the internet. Like, bro, why is there a pear with a mouth? It is a... No, dude. You may have seen it before because it's a significant one. Like, this is pretty much the first usage of lol what. It is an historical meme. Like on the, let's see. properties. So this was downloaded onto this hard drive in 2006. Yeah, sure, Dave. Knock yourself out. I think Ride had the right idea, though. Ride said I should figure out how to green screen these onto the painting behind me. So whenever we do one of these, whenever somebody redeems the meme, I can just put it on the painting behind me and leave it there. I don't know how to do that, but it seems like it should be doable. Let's see, 06 I was 22. That's why. I think the oldest thing on this hard drive is from like late 2004 maybe. Let's see. Just sort by all the subfolders though. Sort by yeah, it looks like about late 2004 or early 2005. So early in the days of the meme wars. Like the Something Awful forums were still a major player at that point. Before the Chans and the like took over. Habib it, itty bitty baby, itty bitty boat. There's a bunch of those on there somewhere. Rage comics. See, I had been around long enough for Rage comics to be the new lame forced memes that only normies liked. Also, what's up, Ride? How are you? Troll face. Well, you know, Trollface himself was a modification of Epic Fail Guy. And And the original Epic Fail Guy threads were in fact absolutely amazing at the time they were going on. In fact, I think I actually have some of those saved on this hard drive too, some of the really early ones. Just save the entire thread. None of them will ever top, though, the best Slowpoke threads. Can't do it. Can't do it. Oh yeah, we were trying to figure out how to make. We were trying to figure out what diacritic to use, what letter in diacritic to use to make the sound "wow wow" in text, so we could make an emote out of it to emulate "wow wow 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 wow." Because just "wow wow" WOW doesn't really work. That's "wow wow wow." It doesn't really get the "wow wow wow," the sort of like nasal modulation of it. And the diaresis or the umlaut on top of the O tends to make more of an eh sound. Wow. Yeah, Hypnotoad. Wow, 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 wow. I wonder what an underdot would do. Oh, come on. I'll do more investigation. We'll see what we can figure it out. All right, so we were just getting started really with the Devil May Cry when we got kind of off track. So we have then we're going to drop down, it sounds like, to an E flat chord probably. Oop, slightly different than the last time. So it actually goes up. Alright, I should probably turn this hard drive off because it's making noise. Okay, so our little intro lead line. When it slides it back, the lead will slide back up to the C at the end of that. And then our rhythm guitar starts to play this D flat, E flat, G flat, C, Da 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 da. D flat, E flat, C. So and we shift down to a C major because we're going to start implying like the higher chords and stuff start to play tones from the Phrygian dominant. Right, and to emulate that on guitar, we're going to da, da, da. Wait, I thought we were supposed to buy stonks. Alright, so let's see if we can figure out this little string part melody. Alright, so it sounds like we're going to be up here around the 11th or 12th. Yeah, let's start at 13 on the B string. I think because we'll need to go higher. If we start in the 11th position, we'll have to make a bit of a stretch. Alright, so not quite. Close. Yeah. So little closer, little closer. Don't. Getting closer to the harmony, but not quite the right phrase. Don't. Da-da. Alright, let's slow that down a little bit. No. Go down. Okay. Alright, so Just about. All right, so we have C, then D flat, E flat, C. Then we're coming up to G, E flat, C, A flat. Then F, D flat, A flat, G, A flat, B flat, G. Wrecked on Apple. Wow. Now, if you guys are going to talk futures, you need to get Billy Sheehan's in here, because that is his deal. The trick is, though, is you want to buy low and then sell high. You want to buy low and then sell high. You got to buy it when it's low and sell high. Buy low, sell high. That's really all that matters. I brought a graph. See these charts? All right, so this is the string part. This is this little string section part that comes in. Yep, that's it. That's it. Sell low and buy high. You got to sell low and then buy high. Sell low, buy high. You sell it low. You sell it for nothing, and then you pay as much as you can for it. So then you can write the losses off. Oh, Lord. All right, so let's see. From the beginning. I'm completely distracted now. What were we doing? What were we doing? Where am I? What's my name? All right, so. All right, so let's see how many times we do all this. Do 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 do. Ah, yes, Dogecoin. What could go wrong? All right, so let's see. That last time was very slightly different. All right, so the last time, instead of it goes. Yeah. It sounds like we're going to be back into that. What are you going to do with all of your newfound Doge wealth? Poor return on investment, man. You would think you would know. You know, after all that work to get a good ROI, to have it all just go up in smoke like that. So we just do the, or are we just doing the same? Is it just the same two parts over and over? The little reharmonization there is pretty cool. So the second run through this, the chords change underneath it, which gives it kind of a different vibe, which is neat. Man, that harmony guitar has a disgusting tone. It's like it's spitting at you. Oh, dude, posted by the Unbroken with a 3 instead of an E and using the papyrus font. You know that dude is cool. Holy moly. Oh crap! Keeps posting some Snarfus Kriebler. Which one is 11? Tyler Polkin Taylor. Is that Zachary Taylor? James Polk. James Polk. Let's see. Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, Monroe, Adams, Jackson, Van Buren, Harrison, Tyler, Polk. Yep, 11, Polk. James Polk. So, as an obscure bit of trivia that will never be of use to anyone whatsoever, the song that Keep Just Posted was a song that was written and performed by a guy I used to be in a band with, who got mono in high school and decided to write a song for every single president up to that point, which ended with George Bush with W. But and they're all 10 to 30 seconds long and pretty much completely random and have very little to do with the president themselves. But some of them are freaking hilarious. And he posted them all way back then on You're the Man Now, Dog. And amazingly, most of them are still up. And even more amazingly, I can remember the lyrics to most of them. God. So let's see. So this basically only has, this song has two parts. We have the And so the only thing that really happens as the song goes along is that the harmonies underneath get a little more complex. So he starts adding in more layers. He adds in guitars playing an octave lower, 2 octaves lower, etc. Guitar playing the sort of chords underneath. More sort of strings and things like that. And a few times it changes the harmony around, but the two main lead lines stay basically the same. We just have over and over and over. And then the string part, again. All right, that's pretty much it. So not too hard at all, honestly. Not too hard at all. All right, what should we do next? Anybody got anything else they want? Any specific Halloween-y requests? Silent Hill, Reverse Wheel. All right, let's check it out. YouTube. Last night, I heard a murder victim. It was a rapist. His name was James Polk. Oh, James Polk was a rapist and a murderer, and he flew an airplane. I'd like to meet him so I could shake his hand and condone his violent ways. James K., he's my hero. Breakfast cereal is good. He had a music video. He made a Flash music video for it way back when too, but I think that's lost to the internet. All right, so let's see. Silent Hill 2, The Reverse Will. All right, so let's move back to a clean sound. So we're in C sharp minor. It's a little brighter tone. A little more reverb too. All right, let's get. All right, so let's go back to the beginning. All right, so yeah, dude, it definitely does. It is definitely not what you think is going to be there. But it's all the better for it. All right, so for this initial sort of vamp for the chords, we just have two chords. We have a C sharp minor chord, and I'm playing this voicing up here at the 9th fret, where I'm barring the 9th fret, 9, 11, 9, 9, and then I'm grabbing 12 with my pinky on the B string. And then an F sharp minor 7, which is just dropping the bar down, 9, 11, 10, or 9, 10, 9. Let's get a little... Then there's like a little saxophone sample that starts to come in that goes... Oh wait, we need to update our title too. But yeah, this is like super funky. Like lo-fi funky. Alright, so then we get a key change. Let's go down a half step. Only one that still dresses up. I would dress up if I could find something to dress up as. I really want to be when a couple weeks ago when we were talking about the movie Brazil. I'd really like to do the Inquisitor get up, with the baby mask and everything at the end, but I can't find the freaking mask, or at least a good version of it anywhere. There are a bunch of like really awful knockoffs of it. All right, so that little bridge section drops down to like a C7, and it's kind of popping this high C up here. So you get, and then we're dropped down to like a B flat 9. So just take this C shape, C7 shape, move it down a whole step, but then keep that high C up here. Then back up to the C sharp minor 7. F sharp minor 7. I would have to have a zoot suit to be able to do that. All right, so then we get a little flute solo. All right, so we're starting off in the C sharp minor scale. Starting off on the 3rd. It's kind of like smooth jazz feel. Every day we stray further and further from Satan. Right, so there's only 2 parts to that. As far as like chordal type things go, we have that initial vamp, C sharp minor 7, F sharp minor 7, Alright, then our little saxophone sample comes in. Then our bridge, C7. Then B9 or B flat 9. Then back to our vamp. Then our saxophone comes back in. Then we start to get the flute solo. And the flute solo is just kind of grooving as it fades out. Yeah, that's a pretty solid answer. Especially keeps cats. Especially one that keeps cats. Oh, dude, thanks for stopping by. We're probably only going to go for about another 20 minutes anyway, since it'll be about midnight. Yeah, dude, always happy to have you here. I'll send you a picture. I'll send you a pic of the Parker soon and see if you can get that made into an emote. And then Grim and I'll keep working and see if we can figure out how to make the wah 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 sound and translate that into an emote. Oh, bro. Dude, keep your chakras in alignment, bro. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Just to be like a little, like a funky vamp, but kind of lo-fi, you know, sort of lo-fi modulation and kind of ambient reverb and stuff going on with it, which gives it a little more atmosphere than it would be if it were just played, you know, completely dry. If we play that same groove, we don't get anywhere near the kind of like moodiness that it has with all of the effects and stuff. Yeah, we can get this guitar super crispy. All right. Let's see. We got time for maybe one more thing if it's something short. Anybody got something? Or does anybody have anything they just want to talk about? Guitar, music-wise? Best albums with the worst cover art? Oh, man. Oh, man. There's a certain Scorpions album from maybe 77, something like that. That just, like, you could not get away with it. They probably shouldn't have been able to get away with it back then. Because it's real bad. A bass with piezo? Do I have one? Let me think for a second. I've got a ton of guitars with piezos. I don't think I have any basses with piezo though. Let's see, Sage. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't. But it sounds pretty clacky and pretty quacky for the most part. Usually the most useful thing to do though with a piezo on the bass is to blend in just like a tiny bit, especially if it's like a fretted bass. Like use your magnetic sound, but then just dial in a hair of the piezo, and what it does is it gives you kind of like a really nice extended high end on top of the magnetic sound, which is a lot warmer. So you can use it to get some kind of like detail and bite on it. Now, if it's like a like a hollow body or like a fretless type, which sort of like the one that you posted, there's a guy named Rob Allen who makes very similar basses here. Rick Turner does a similar kind of thing to that too, where it's hollowed out on the inside and has like an acoustic type bridge with a piezo in it, and they're usually fretless, and that gives them an almost upright bass kind of tone, especially if it's short scale, because the string gets a lot of bloom to it, and so you get more kind of like a growly sort of sound. Usually the frets plus piezo though, if you're playing a fretted bass with just piezo and you turn the piezo all the way up and the magnetic pickups all the way off, it tends to be really bright and clacky and usually not as deep. No, it was one called Virgin Killers, and it is bad. I mean, it's not just like bad taste, it's like, wow, you would probably get arrested for the original cover art of that these days. And again, probably should have been back then. There's also a ton of like country albums, great country albums with terrible album covers. You know, just because the people look derpy. Oh, let me see. There was a guitar on. Let's see if it's still on reverb. Yeah, it's still on here. This guy wants like 40 grand for it or something stupid. Oh, and he dropped his price to something not completely insane. I mean, still insane, but not as insane as it was. Do you see this this like replica of the Jam, the guy from the Jam's Rickenbacker? Somebody took like a 330 and then had it completely painted up and swapped the pickups for like a Gibson humbucker and other stuff like that to try to recreate what's his name's Rick. Well, I mean, if it had caught on, then everyone involved with it would have disavowed it for, being lame. We're probably getting ready to wrap things up, Paul. So we're coming up on 3 hours and just hit midnight. So probably time to call it for the evening. Oh yeah, Blow Up is a pretty unique film. You should definitely go watch the La Ventura trilogy, though. La Ventura, La Notte, and L'Eclisse. Um, they're kind of a whole different level. Very different type of film. I think the appropriate order is La Ventura is the first one. I think L'Eclisse is the second one, and La Notte is the third. I believe that's the order I watched them in, and I tried to do it in the correct order. The next one I want to watch is Red Desert. Yeah, Marcello Mastroianni. Yeah, that's a good thing when you first get started. So there are some you'll start to recognize after a while, though, and you'll also start to find directors that have like pet actors that have people they use over and over and over again. Like if you watch enough Mike Lee movies, you'll see, like the same probably four or five people in 10 different movies, and you kind of start to figure out what their thing is. Some of them will surprise you. That of course there are some that are really genuinely versatile. If you watch enough Fellini, you'll see his wife in, like at least half of them probably. Or Toshiro Mifune in Kurosawa films. And then you go watch, other films, non-Kurosawa films with Mifune, and you still think of him as Mifune in all of those Kurosawa films, even though he's actually fairly diverse in those, especially outside of the samurai ones, and stuff like The Bad Sleep Well. He's a very different character than he is in many of the other Kurosawa films that he appears in, but you still kind of associate that big blustery, high bravado style with him, regardless of what he's doing. Or Jean-Pierre Belmondo and all of that Godard stuff. Just kind of like has a thing. You'll sort of pick up on it like anybody else once you see enough. Or Depardieu. Depardieu's the worst for that. Like Depardieu, to me, as strong as an actor as he is, in the right roles, he has such a hard time kind of getting away from the Depardieu thing. That it makes it difficult in many cases to see him in lighter roles. Yeah, she pretty literally plays the same character in basically every Godard. But I guess that's why I wanted her. But if you watch something like Rivette's The Nun, you get a pretty different type of performance from her. A much more nuanced performance than like anything in any Godard. But I don't think nuance is really Godard's interest. And I'll repeat. I don't know if I've ever mentioned it on stream because I don't know that we've talked about Godard on stream before. But my sort of feelings about Godard is that he tends to make films that were very interesting but not necessarily very good. He did a great many fairly innovative things, and always stuff that makes you kind of think a little bit, but at the same time, like the characterizations and acting and writing aren't really all that strong for the most part. And it gets even worse when he starts making, serious, quote unquote, serious films and starts moving more into the political landscape with his films because, he's so reliant on aesthetic that I think quite a few of them just kind of completely fall apart. He's not coherent enough, especially at first, to really make the points that he wants to make. You get into some of the really or relatively recent stuff like Goodbye to Language, and it becomes again super interesting aesthetically, but incredibly hard to watch. The '60s version, yeah, kinda. I think Tarantino is even less interesting just because he can't really like can't really seem to do something of his own at all. You know, like it all has to be reference and allusion and pastiche. And I mean, Godard is full of references and allusions to earlier films, but he's doing different things. He's adding things to them and modifying them, and arranging them in different ways and adding in his own stuff, and his own innovations to it. Well, Tarantino tends to pretty much feel like he's just trying to make Sam Peckinpah films over and over and over again. You know, just straight up lifting stuff from other movies and inserting it into his movies and being kind of like, "Ha, don't you remember this scene from Tokyo Drifter?" I'm like, "Why, yes, I do. Because I watched Tokyo Drifter and it was pretty good there. I don't really need to see it in your movie that cost, 1,000 times more to make." But I mean, I didn't go to film school, but I can clearly see that, or I clearly have an issue with it, as do a lot of people who didn't go to film school. Where's the string choking out? Gotta get this bridge off of here. But he sort of has his own set of tropes as well that just apparently must be in every film. And they don't interest me a whole lot. Like when you watch the first couple, the first few, you watch Pulp Fiction and you watch Reservoir Dogs and you watch Foxy Brown, actually, of all things. That might actually be his best movie as like a standalone film. But it's interesting enough at the time. Yeah, Jackie Brown, not Foxy Brown. I was thinking of the character. But as a standalone film, that's probably like the best, like just movie to sit down and watch from start to finish. Like, from the story, the characterization, the way it's put together, and everything. Obviously, it's a clear homage to blaxploitation, but it's not necessarily like every scene being lifted from something else, as many of the later films kind of became. This sort of endless sequence of illusions that almost become pastiche. Plus, Pam Grier is so strong in it that it's she does a lot of work. I don't know if you're familiar with Xiao Ming Long, but the Taiwanese director. But I watched a few of his films recently. His debut, Rebels of the Neon God, and then the Wayward Cloud, which was completely ridiculous. And then today I watched one called Stray Dogs, which was really, really, really amazing, but also like not really like anything else that I've ever seen, I think. Kind of hard to explain, but if you ever get a chance to check out some of his stuff, you should definitely watch it. He's clearly got like a thing that he's trying to do, that he's going for, and every movie you sort of see him like find a new angle to sort of explore his themes and ideas. Not really very similar, but yeah, he gets kind of lumped into that category with him and what's the other one's name? I was just thinking of him earlier. Crap, it slipped my mind. But Xiao Ming Long's films are a lot quieter for the most part. And don't tend to have lots of really long takes. So the one that I watched today, Stray Dogs, had a take that was probably 20 minutes long in it, with virtually no movement at all, like just a fixed camera looking at two of the characters for probably a solid 20 minutes. It's pretty wild. But I would say, like, watch Rebels of the Neon God first, because that was his debut, and that kind of gives you, or sort of sets the stage for the later ones. Just jumping straight into Stray Dogs might be a little rough. All right, better wrap it up. It's almost 12:30. So we'll be back Friday for our Halloween Eve stream, which I think we're due for a free for all Friday. But either way, it doesn't matter. We're just gonna do whatever, as long as it's Halloween themed or appropriate. So thanks for hanging out. If you're not in the Discord, I know you are, but if you're watching and you're not in the Discord, get in the Discord. If you haven't hit the follow button, hit the follow button. We'll be back Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time for some kind of Halloween free-for-all Friday variation. Don't know if we'll have a specific theme aside from Halloween, but thanks for hanging out. I'll see y'all next time.